Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are on week 4 on Weight Watchers Green Plan. So if you like watching these kind of videos, just keep on watching. Alright guys, so week 4. What have I learned this week? Well, first of all is weigh-in this morning and I lost 0.6. So I will put here somewhere the screenshot of the Weight Watchers track thingy majig. Okay, so besides that, I've lost 0.6, which is good. I haven't gained anything, which that's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to gain any weight, people. So what did I learn this week? This week I have learned that diabetes and Weight Watchers totally suck because it just does. So this week I have been trying to balancing both Weight Watchers with the diabetes, and that is the hardest thing I could possibly do. Lower this radio down a little bit because I think it's a little loud. And it's been very hard because Weight Watchers just goes by points, and I think they go mostly by what's fat free and all that stuff. And I don't think they actually manage or care for the diabetes, the sugar part of it that much. Because while I was scanning certain things that I know from being diabetic for so many years that are supposed to be better for you because it takes longer to process, like wheat stuff and that, instead of regular flour, apparently it was like more points. So like if I have a regular soda crackers, I know I was eating those at one point to snack on. I figured let me change them for some wheat thins, and when came to find out, only 13 little tiny little crackers. You've seen wheat thins, I'm sure you have. They're like a little square, like a 1 by 1 basically, and you can only have 13 of those, and it was like 4 points. So compared to my regular crackers, right, the soda crackers, which is made out of regular like flour and stuff, I think I was able to have like 4 or 6 of them, and it was still like less than 4 points. But the carbs was up there, right, because they're regular flour. So I started to realize that kind of stuff. So I obviously needed to manage both, and I've been starting to write everything down in my notebook instead of using the app. The app was a little, you have to go, it was like doing Weight Watchers and that app was a little too much for me. Obviously, I work full time. Right now, I'm on my lunch break. And who got time to be sitting there with another app? And you literally had to, it's not like searching. You literally had to go in there and put milk and 15 grams of carbs. And it calculated that kind of stuff. So if you have the time, the app is awesome. It's called Carb Tracker. But I don't have that kind of time. Like if it was more for searching, clicking on it and putting the amount and it lets you calculate like how many carbs is what, then it would have been awesome. But you have to put in everything. You have to put in what is your max for the day. And then you have to go in and put in exactly everything you eat and how many carbs was in it so it can start reducing. So it would put, I think I had 130 when I started, and then as soon as I ate my breakfast and I would put things in, it would reduce the amount of carbs. So for me, it was okay, but for me, it didn't work for, like, I didn't like it because my doctor said I needed to stay within the 45 grams per meal. So I needed to see that 45, right? Because if not, I see 130. I'm sitting there like bam, 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 thinking, oh, okay, I'm good. But and then dinner comes and I only had 2 left. So that didn't work for me. So I just took a notebook and started writing it down instead. Um, the only other thing I learned, obviously not learned, but it's been kind of hard. The doctor just changed my medication to 45 milligrams of the bioglitazone instead of 30, and then half of glimepiride that I take already in the morning. I have to take the other half in the afternoon. So I'm taking an additional dose of that. And it's going to take a few days, like a week, for it to kick in. So I think starting yesterday, like around yesterday to today, it started kicking in. Because your body does take a while to adjust to these medications. So I'm doing like much better. Like today has been much better. Like this morning it was 106. Before I ate lunch just now, it was 107. The other thing I realized was that when I was eating, which that just reminded me to keep eating. When I was eating, I was taking forever to eat stuff. It was taking me longer than 20, 30 minutes because I'm working. And technically, that pushes your carbs out. So I realized that I would sit down in front of my desk, I would start eating, but I wouldn't be finished till like, I wouldn't start till 8:30, but I wouldn't finish till like 9:30, 9:45, because I got stuck on a call or, replying to emails. So excuse me while I munch. But next thing you know, that pushed everything out, right? Your timing. And then my next time to eat was 12:30, 1 o'clock, which is right now. And obviously that's not the, like the 4-hour increment that you're supposed to eat in between. So I had carbs still in my body, or sugar, or whatever you want to call it. So when I was testing myself before lunch, I still had enough carbs, so my sugar was high. And then I would eat again, so my sugar would double. The diabetes cycle. Who likes it? But so I started to tell myself, no, sit down, finish everything, and then do your crap. Because I get easily sidetracked. As you can see, I've been sitting here 5 minutes talking to you people, and I wasn't even eating my lunch. So I realized that. I came to a realization that obviously I'm still struggling with veggies. So I did green beans the week before. I did spinach. I get my eggs. That kind of stuff. But I'm still not putting enough. Still not putting enough, I guess, veggies in my system. Which is not giving me enough protein and all that stuff to maintain me. So I've been drinking the protein shakes. You'll see them in the pictures. I've been eating those to actually give me an extra protein boost. So I'm not hungry because I'm eating less because of the carbs. Because I don't have any vegetables. And I know I'm supposed to. I'm sorry, but obviously a bad habit is a bad habit. People don't quit overnight. So I'm just going to continue what I do. I did buy some broccoli and cauliflower frozen type bags and more green beans because they were okay. And I think I brought more asparagus. Those were fine. And another bag of spinach. And then I just need to figure out how to incorporate that with our dinner. So this week, I did plan to incorporate it with our dinners, which you'll see in the picture. This week I was struggling with it, so I have only spinach on like my breakfast stuff. But it's not a lot either, because once I start tasting it, I can't tolerate it. So, that being said, don't hate me, but I'm trying. I eat a few green beans here and there whenever I have them and whenever I cook them. The spinach, I've been putting them in my eggs whenever I do make eggs. What else did I learn? So I learned that I'm horrible still when it comes to greens. I did learn that writing everything down keeps me within the range. So once I pick everything I want to eat, so I'll show you all the pictures of everything that I caught that I remember, everything I didn't remember. But whatever I remembered, here's some pictures. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed those. So once I picked everything, prepped everything, put it in my plate, weighed it, did all the fancy stuff that has to do with Weight Watchers, made sure I was within my carbs. Well, made sure I picked everything, made sure I was within my points. Then I will go and I will write everything down. So here is my bad. I'm so unorganized. But here is, there we go. I don't know how to do this. Sorry, I'm in my living room. So here is yesterday and this today. So today you see my numbers are a little bit better. Before breakfast it was 106. These were all my carbs. That was very low. So I started getting hungry really bad around 12, but I drank a lot of water to try to not eat anything. And then this is my lunch right now. So it was before lunch, it was 107, and then I have 43 carbs. So I am to stay with below 45 or around 45. So yesterday here before breakfast it was 105, so that was good. I had 35 carbs. And then I'm not sure. Oh, so then this is when I started realizing that I think I'm eating my food, taking too long to eat my food. So by the time I had lunch, it was 2:30. Because, and then I did stay within my range, and then I forced myself to sit down and eat the whole thing within 30 minutes. And then after that, count the 4 hours. And then before dinner, it was 104. So then this is everything I had for dinner. My total was 42. So here I wanted some snacks, and obviously the snack was more than what I can have. So I split the snack. I think if I ate the whole thing, it would have been 52. So obviously that was more than the 45. So what I did is I opened the bag, weighed it, and then took half out and then did 10. And then it brought me down to 42, which this morning brought me down to 106. The exercise I've been doing some YouTube HIIT videos by, I think it's Bully Juice. I'm sorry, I'm probably killing his video name or his YouTube name. But I like him. Everything is 15 minutes. Whatever I can't do, I try to alternate and do something that I can do. Obviously, I can't do everything he does. Like he jumps on the floor and does all this other stuff, and I'm not about to do that. So I end up doing jumping jacks instead of doing stuff on the ground. And then the other one was Body for Days by Jerica. She shows you that you can lose weight while just standing there pretending you're walking, basically. And her videos are pretty good. And then I do have another video that is by, I don't remember the name of it, but they use gospel music instead of crazy music. If you're that and you're into that kind of stuff, obviously I am. So it's like, it's called something like getting your workout with Jesus or something like that. So it's kind of cool. I don't remember their name. Sorry. If I remember, I'll put it in the screen. If not, just look for exercise with gospel music or something and they pop up. And those are pretty good. And they stay with, some of them say 30 minutes, but I don't do the whole 30 minutes because obviously I have other things to do besides just sitting there exercise. And then around 3 o'clock, I actually go for a 20-minute walk. And I'm thinking maybe tomorrow, if it gets any better, I'm going to start doing it at 10 in the morning, take my 15, go up the road and come back down, and then do the same thing depending on when I do the HIIT videos. So, because I want to do at least 2 things a day. Either one that gets my heart bumping, because that's what's important, or just a stroll. Either one I'll be okay with. I also have a bike and I have elliptical that I don't use. No, I'm just kidding. Everything is in the basement. So I do have options if it rains. So, but I do like that lady, the Jerica lady, who just stands there and just moves her legs and her arms and she's doing all this stuff just from standing there. So, and it does get your heart bumping. So even if I do that for 10 minutes while it's raining outside, I got a nice beautiful bay window. I can stand there and do this and let people look at me like I'm crazy. But besides that, so I lost the 0.6. Gotta keep an eye on them carbs, people. Gotta keep an eye on them. My doctor said 45. So I'm sticking to that for now. I mean, as you guys can see, the protein shakes have been helping. So that's good. And they're not bad. They only have 1 gram of sugar. They're about 4 carbs, I think, because it has 1 fiber in it. So it's actually 4 carbs. So it's not bad to keep me maintained. The only bad thing about it is it makes you constipated. So if you don't like to be constipated, then you have to alternate it with some fiber powder. And let me tell you, it goes to another level, people, another level. So people are texting me while I'm doing this. So while it depends on what you're willing to do. Obviously, if you eat an all, veggies and all that stuff, maybe the protein shake is good for you because obviously greens make you poop. But I don't eat any. So I constantly drink fiber anyways. Fiber's always been in my diet due to not having any vegetables in my system. And then because I got to keep an eye on my carbs, I did learn that some of the apples, they be lying. They be lying. So like I ended up doing a gala apple medium size and it was like 30, do you hear me? 30 grams of carbs. And even though it had like 5 grams of fiber, that's still 25 grams of carbs. So I had to weigh my apples. So usually I usually ate a whole apple, not no more. I had to weigh it, make sure I stay within. So I try to do like 5 to 10 grams of the fruit, as you can see from the video, from the pictures. And then I try to do the food because I am trying to put the fruit in there as part of my diet. So it could be a vegetable, I know, but yeah, no, it's not happening. Not yet anyways. Not for lunch, unless I have eggs. I'm sorry, I can't. I tried, but thank you for following me in this journey. I don't think I learned anything else in this video. Besides that, exercise does help with your sugar levels, so that's been working. You just gotta keep motivated and doing it. I hope I stay motivated. And obviously, eating veggies will help too, but that ain't happening either. So, I am happy and content on how I am doing my stuff. And as long as I'm still losing weight and I'm still able to not get more crazy medications, then I'm happy. So thank you for watching. God bless. Don't forget to subscribe. And thank you for following me in this crazy Weight Watchers diabetic journey. Woo woo. All right, guys, gotta go. Bye.